Although they starve to death, they will not go to waste. Designations, that's what I was doing. I was designating this living area. So, how shall I do this?
So you're saying the manager is actually useful?
In the Dwarf Fortress, the manager actually is useful, yes. And in stark contrast to many managers in our world. Events. The first caravans arrived.
Hey. So what happens then?
We need to get our broker to the depot to do some trading. We were down here. So I will. We need a door. That's actually what we need. We need to build a door. So stuff's all happening. So what we want to do is go to the depot here, and first of all we need to press R, which requests that the trader, the broker, goes to the depot in order to trade with the caravan when it arrives. And the other thing you do is you press G, which then you select goods that you have to move to the depot, so you can sell it. So, and here's all our categories, and what we want is to go down to crafts, and we don't have very many crafts, but that's
those are things that are actually worth lots.
Those are the things. Those are the things that we've made. We can sell whatever, but those are the things that we've made, and they will hopefully be worth something.
How do you know how much cash we've got?
That's going to be
good old gold pieces.
It's in our status theme. I've got a little gold bars as well. We could at a pinch sell them, but I don't think we should.
Would it be more probably be more profitable to turn them into things?
Yeah, well, if we turned it into a good quality thing, because that's the other thing. Crafts have quality levels
depending on who's made it.
Yes, and how skilled they were. Then, if it's a good quality gold thing, it's going to be worth more than the bars it was made from.
Yeah.
We could, of course, sell some gems too. So, but we really need to make some bins or barrels to put this stuff in, rather than having them take each gem individually up to the depot, which is what's going to happen now. Anyway, so that's happening. They're carrying stuff upstairs, as we can see. At some point during all this, hopefully our trading level will have made another door, but not yet. Right, we don't really need that. It's just would be useful when setting this stuff up. But anyway, what we do here, we go here and we say, okay, why is this chair here? I put the chair in the wrong place. Damn it.
Bad chair, no biscuit.
Right, I'm going to remove that chair and I'm going to put it in the right place. Build chair by the table like it should be. Right, anyway. So now I'm going to have to wait for them to do that. But luckily that's just been done. Okay, so you go Q to set things and you make your dining room. And this is what I was talking about with doors. See, without a door, you can size the room and it will just flow out into the surrounding space.
Right, yeah.
So like that. So you have to kind of go, well, that's the dining room, which will work. It'll be fine. But when there's a door on, it stops that from overflowing. So the door sets a boundary for a room.
Handy.
Right. So, but that area can be the dining room. That's fine. And what we do now is we assign the table to our manager. She now owns that table, and we do the same thing to this chair. We do make throne room or study. It's a study.
Yep.
And we shrink it to size, press enter, and we assign the chair to the manager. Thus. And now, because of that chair being assigned to her, she has an office. But we might as well make the bedroom hers as well, otherwise it would be a bit weird.
Yep.
And so we just assign the bed to the manager. There. That's that done.
Right.
Now if we go back to our nobles thing, we see that the requirements for the manager are now white, because they are being met. She needs a meagre office, and she has a meagre office, a meagre quarters, and a meagre dining room. So we are being very generous to the manager in giving more than she needs. So that's that set up, and now that we have a manager, she can start managing, and it says merchants have arrived and are unloading their goods. There's the stuff being unloaded. The merchants are actually unloading
I see
stuff.
a wagon arriving.
Yeah, their wagons are arriving, and they will thus unload the wagons into the depot, and that'll be all Lovely.
Next.
While they're doing that, this here, J for job list. This is a list of all of the jobs that we have set in our fortress, and who's doing them, if anyone. So you can see that these two dwarves are performing the job. Sleep.
The manager's asleep.
Manager's asleep, and the hunter is hunting, and the woodcutter is storing iron in the barrel. And these are all the stuff. This is all the stuff we've got queued in various different places.
Yep.
But now that we have a manager, we can press M for manager, and this gives us an orders screen. So we hit Q for new order, and now we have a bunch of orders. And this is a searchable thing, so you can type in what you want to do. So, for example, we can type BREW and get brew drink, and then it asks us how many, which is the important thing, because we can do 9 at a time, as you know, from an individual workshop, because that's how long the job lists are. And you have to add each one individually. But from here we can just go, well, we want 30 drinks.
And the manager will then do that for us.
And the manager needs to process the order, and once it's been processed, he will spread out that order across however many stills we have. Which is great, right? And we also want meal. Let's switch to lavish meals now that we don't have to. And that'll make people happy as well.
Yep.
Some nice lavish meals. And for stuff like this is great. Because you don't want to deal with all of the minutiae all of the time. You just want to go, look, we need some more beds. Let's just make some. Let's make another 20 beds. Right? And then you don't have to go to find where the workshop is. So we'll make some beds there, we'll make some beds there. The manager does it.
That's nice.
So we will be seeing a lot of this later on, now that we have a manager.
Yeah.
But so that's how you manage those things. Oh, our wood stockpile is very full. That is also good.
Oh, you turned into beds.
They're still unloading, so let's quickly jump down to our lower crafting level and take a look and see if any statues got built yet. Yes! We've got a gold statue of a bark scorpion, and we have a gold statue of Rigoth Bronze Salve.
Whoever that is.
It might be one of our dwarves, I honestly don't know. Let's have a quick look in the unit list. Yeah, that's Rigoth Bronze Salve, because Bronze Salve is English, or rather Kilrud Sibrek, I believe, is Dwarfish for Bronze Salve.
So they made a statue of their leader.
So if you hit enter, yeah, it's the FPS is covering it, but you can see Bronze Salve is the English version of her surname. So yeah, the dwarf made a statue of the expedition leader. That's nice.
Yeah.
So why don't we put that somewhere like here? Build statue in the middle of the stairwell. And this just says bronze statues, but what you do is you press X to expand it, and now you can see this different statues that we have. So I think we'll have our statue of the expedition leader in this stairwell. I'll put the statue of the scorpion somewhere else.
Obviously dwarves like scorpions.
Well, I guess there's scorpions around somewhere. They tend to make statues of things they know.
Yeah.
So there must be a scorpion around, and you'll see when we get to engravings, there's generally engravings of stuff that's happened.
Yeah.
Did that get built already? Gosh, they're remarkably efficient given how few of them there are. Although we haven't got any of them doing mining tasks at the moment, which is quite possibly why. So there we are, got a statue there now. That will help keep them happy. Why don't we put the other statue here, just below the surface, which will also probably be quite heavily trafficked. And we've only got one. That will go there. A lovely statue of a scorpion.
Charming.
And I think the depot is ready for trade. Yes it is. Press T for trade, because it's lit up. It's not grayed out, so we can trade. Here's the trade screen. On the left is the trader, what the trader has. On the right is what we have. So we basically want to mark everything that we've brought up for trade because we need the money.
Yep.
So we've this is our stuff that we made from cinnabar. It's not super brilliant. I don't think any of it got encrusted. Possibly it did. I don't know. It's made of cinnabar. It's just basically made of rock. There it goes. Yeah, this is a lovely rock earring that you've made. If we make stuff out of bone or whatever, it'd be better. And obviously later on they will become better quality as well. But that's everything that we brought up because we don't have very many things for trade just yet. So we are offering them 1,210 in value, and because we haven't asked for anything in return, their profit is currently 1,210.
Yep.
So you want to keep them happy, so you want to give them a bit of profit.
Yeah.
So we just need to decide what we want to do, and what we want to do is have a look through here and see what they've got that we might want. Ideally, they might have some anvils.
Yeah.
Because we've only got the one, and we just used it to build a forge with. Oh look, here's a very high quality alpaca wool rope for loads and loads of money.
Just what we need.
Yeah, it's a ridiculously expensive rope. That's just what we need. This is all very, very boring. We don't really need this lead toy boat or lead cage. There's a ewe in a tin cage and a horse in a lead cage and a reindeer cow in a cage. So that's nice. And a gander, but we've got turkeys already.
Most of our creatures have snuffed it.
A cow in a cage and a goat in a cage and some...
So you get the cage as a bonus.
You do get a free cage, yes, with your animal. Well, actually, I think the cost of the cage is factored in, so you've got a very high quality cage. It costs loads.
Yeah.
All right. This is so they've got some. So they've got some barrels. They've got some weapons. We don't really want to pay them for weapons because it's expensive. I've got some clothes here, and. And they've got a bin full of some bins of cloth and stuff, and a black bronze figurine and a cow hoof amulet. That's
interesting stuff.
And yeah, they're selling gems.
Why is the screen only showing half what's there? Is it because the bottom half will be what's being traded?
No, it's just that's all. It just doesn't display any further down.
Okay.
But they do have an anvil. So let's take the anvil, so we can make another foot.
What's the one humped thing? I need to know.
It's where are we? Oh, I'm guessing it's
camel.
Prepared one humped camel meat. I'm guessing is what that is. Because prepared generally implies meat. So
it's not what. Is there a way to actually get what that says there?
V for view good. Yeah, prepared one humped camel lung. 5 of. Should we buy 5 one-humped camel lungs that have been prepared, so our dwarves can eat them?
Well, we wouldn't want unprepared ones.
Well, no. So, actually, I think that's quite funny. So let's just buy 5 lungs, 5 camel lungs. You never know when you might want to make camel lung biscuits.
Yep.
Got some
camel lung soup.
More cave lobsters, more plump helmets, a whole bunch of stuff.
Ah, cave lobsters.
2 humped camel leather. Enormous bismuth bronze something. Cheese, donkey cheese, llama cheese, pig cheese, 1 humped camel cheese. Splints and wheelbarrows, and hives, and a minecart. Which is all very well, but no.
Yep. Not for now.
Not right now. We have more pressing needs. And not a lot of money to trade with. I think we should take the iron bars. There's only 1 set of them, unfortunately, but I think we should take them anyway. Because we might be able to make another anvil.
Yep. If
we have the iron. I think you have to make anvils out of iron or steel, so we need to take the iron from them. I'm scrolling through this again. It's going to be very boring. Expensive ropes, no. We've got any cheap rope, because rope is quite useful. Yeah, there's a relatively inexpensive rope. We'll take those 2 ropes, and we'll get some buckets because then we can make a well. I think we've got a bucket, but you can never have too many buckets. We don't need any more livestock. We will buy this beer though.
Yep.
And this ale, and this ale, and this rum, and this rum. Because it comes with, gosh, look at these high quality buckets that are really expensive that we really don't need. Oh look, there's one for 10, that's much more like it. And we'll buy this chestnut bucket as well.
It's a bargain bucket.
It's a bargain bucket. Literally a bargain bucket.
Oh dear.
Okay, this is... Right, so we've got some barrels, because barrels are always good. And these barrels happen to have booze in them, which is even better. And it's a little bit of variety, because all we're making at the minute probably is wine from Plump Helmets.
Yeah.
So they've got some rum and some ale as well. We don't really want any of their weapons, because we should probably just make our own. And plus it's expensive. We want an iron hat.
Stop kitting out our
leather. So what I think we'll also do, because we're going to want to make some armour and stuff, is if we scroll down to the bins, and here's a leather bin, which is, as the name implies, it's a bin full of leather. So we'll take that, which means we get a bin and also a bunch of leather. Some bobcat leather and monkey leather and camel leather and horse leather and dingo leather and so on, and forge leather.
I love camels.
So we've got a little bit of leather. They don't have much, but we've got a bit, and then we can use it to make leather armour for our crossbow dwarves when we finally get some Marks dwarves, as I believe they are called.
Yep.
We've got a little bit spare money. We're just going to eat them. That's all that's going to happen. Is if
sadly you can't breed them.
If they're already dead, so we're just going to eat them if we find them at all.
Yep.
Don't want any cheese.
Yeah, because it would be in a cage if it was alive. Yeah.
Yep. Crutches, well, they're cheap, and we have 1 or 2 crutches already, but again, we may need them later on. Hopefully we won't, but we'll buy some.
You get magic in this game?
No.
So, you know...
well, there are, for example, undead and necromancers, but your dwarves do not truck with any of that nonsense.
Do they make magical swords or anything?
No, it's just they can make very, very good swords, but not magical ones.
Yeah.
Bronze.
They don't hold with any magical malarkey.
No, it's nice and nonsensical. You want stuff you can hold in your hands and hit with a hammer. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I'm scrolling through all this stuff again. We don't really want to buy any soil off them either. Not at those prices.
Soil? Haven't we got loads of that outside?
We've got plenty of soil. We don't need to buy any soil.
Yeah.
And I mean, we could just do it. We just leave it at this, and then they'll get lots of profit, and then they'll be very happy, which is probably fine as well.
Does that mean next time you get more traders coming to you? Those bunch of guys are a bunch of rubes.
They might be more inclined to trade next time, and you get good reports taken back to the mountain homes as well. But I'm buying a few more barrels because we do need some, and as long as they're not too expensive. That and this maple barrel. Right, so yeah, they're going to make about 30% profit on this probably. That seems like a good profit for them to make. That should make them happy.
Yep.
We get some stuff out of it that we need. So let's press T for trade, and he seems pleased with the trading, as one might expect, because it was a really good deal that you just got.
Excellent.
Okay, and that's how you trade. And then once you've done trading, then you press R at the trade depot again to toggle trader requested off, and now your expedition leader or whoever else is the broker can bugger off and do something else. And that's trading. And what will happen now is eventually the traders will pack up their stuff and bugger off. And we also have a liaison from the mountain homes hanging around who will try and catch up with the expedition leader, which I think is possibly what's happening now, because it did say that they were off to hold a meeting.
Yeah.
And there it is. So what will happen in a moment? Once they do that, is this discussion will come up, and then we can request from them specific things. So here's a big list of stuff, and we go. Well, what we really, really, really want is anvils, because we haven't got any. So you can kind of go, all right, let's prioritize iron anvils quite highly, and what that means is that they are very, very likely to bring iron anvils, but they might be more expensive.
Right.
But, fine, whatever. So, we want some anvils. We want them to bring some leather. We don't particularly care what sort of leather it is. let's just have whatever's at the top. So let's have, we'll prioritise a little bit the leather. We don't want to spend too much on the leather if we don't have to. So we'll just say, let's focus on some eagle, bobcat, coyote, wolverine, marmot, and elk leather. And elk bird leather as well. Oh, and pond grabber leather, because I like the name of pond grabber. So we'll hopefully get some more leather from them.
Yep.
And we can get whatever. We don't want crafts from them because we're trying to sell crafts to them.
Yep.
We could ask them for metal that we don't have any of, like more iron, for example, if we wanted to do that. I mean, I'll put a little bit of priority on iron so that they'll bring us some.
Yeah.
We don't really need too much. We've got the only thing you really desperately need iron for is to make anvils out of.
And we've just asked.
And we've just got one more anvil, and we've just requested some more anvils. Yep. So we're probably fine. You can make armour out of other things as long as you've got some metal and it's not rubbish like tin or lead or gold.
Yeah.
Then as long as
armour. Yeah, that sounds good.
As long as you've got copper, then you can make armour that's okay. Obviously, if you have tin as well, then you can make bronze armour, which is better.
Yeah.
But as long as you've got copper, then you've got something. And you can make leather armour if all else fails.
Yeah.
And we don't need stone blocks. We don't really need some. Shall we ask them for some seeds? Let's ask them for some seeds when you need to, but let's just prioritise some seeds a little bit. And then not buy them. Haha. We could ask for weapons as well.
Yeah.
And various other things. But I don't think we need to request anything else. We could ask them to bring some particular animals.
Yeah.
Now, here is your chance, right, to look through the sorts of animals we can ask for and see if you fancy any of them in the fortress. So, actually, that's not a sort of animal. So,
alpacas.
I don't know how long the list is.
Alpacas.
It's there we are. Right. So, do you want a breeding pair of alpacas? Because I can see that there are 2 alpacas on the list.
That would be excellent.
All right, let's prioritise alpacas then for you. There we go. Anything else? Llamas.
Yeah.
Let's get them to bring some llamas as well.
Llama wool's very nice anyway. So is alpaca wool.
And alpaca wool, yeah.
Rather, it's better.
They will, they won't just be for show. Yeah. Alpacas, if we get them, because we can certainly make stuff out of their wool.
Yeah. Alpaca wool's lovely.
So okay, we'll finally get some nice animals, since we couldn't sadly realise our dream of breeding cave lobsters.
Yep.
Good.
Raw.
I think we're done with this particular meeting, so let's press escape and allow the game to continue. And so we'll wait until this meeting is over, because there's another, I think, 1 stage, possibly 2. And then it's done, because first of all you go, okay, what do you want us to bring from the mountain homes next time? And then the next thing is, here's what we want you to do, which I usually ignore.
Yeah.
All it basically means is that they'll pay better for whatever it is they're requesting. Yeah. But usually I just go, we'll make some more crafts and we'll sell you that, and you can like it. Oh, winter is upon us, look, and
things are going white.
And the lake has frozen over, which means we don't have any access to water because we still don't have our cistern.
Well, I'll just have to drink those.
It's been an entire year with no cistern. So we've got 200 drinks now, and 700 stores of food. So I think we're probably okay for the winter.
Lots of cash.
And yeah, it's like creative wealth is doing okay, not brilliantly, but those other objects, actually, furniture is going to be where the statues are. And other objects is crafts. Yeah. So we've made a whole bunch of stuff, and we've got displayed stuff, which I think are those statues that we made. So let's finish off just this little bit of housekeeping that we're doing by building a door finally onto this room here. A door onto the manager's room.
Yep.
You have a cinnabar door. There you are, and that will be the manager right there.
Yep.
Currently occupied as a manager, as you can see, Dwarf carrying a little scroll of paper, managing. And
so everyone knows the most important skill of a manager is to walk around carrying a piece of paper.
Walk around carrying pieces of paper.
Yeah.
And actually, apparently also going to fetch the door for your own bedroom, because that's what she's now doing, is fetching the nice red cinnabar door to go on her bedroom.
Yep.
Done. And let's wait until the liaison finishes things. Finally, there's the import agreement. Look over the document. Yay, that's what we asked for. You're absolutely right. See, as you can see that the ones we prioritised are going to be slightly more expensive than the ones we didn't.
Yeah.
That's just because we prioritise it, but they are more likely to bring them, so that's kind of the point. So if we quickly scroll down to anvils, like this, the iron anvil is actually going to be 207 because we put it at such a high priority rather than 100 for a steel anvil, which is a regular priority.
Yeah.
But whatever, we'll probably be fine. And then we go, right, and this is where they just say, yeah, we're finished with that now. And first of all, we'll look at this. This is what they want us to do.
Yep.
So they want us to do large gems, which we probably wind up doing anyway. Fish, which they can bugger off, and anvils, which we want to buy from them. So
screw that.
It's ridiculously stupid.
Yeah.
If we happen upon some iron, maybe we can make some, but it's not going to be a high priority. And goblets we might make, and cloth, whatever.
Yeah.
And windows, which they can bugger off. So yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway. Next time we're going to get back to, because it's winter, we may as well make use of the time where the water isn't going to flood everything to dig out some more stuff so that when the water does start to flow again, we'll actually have somewhere to store it.
Cunning.
And also we'll continue digging down towards the magma layer.
Dun, dun, dun.
So we can get on with magma forging, and hopefully the next time some migrants arrive there will be enough to put together a single squad of dwarves for the military. So that'll be ideally what we'll do then. So thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Toodaloo.